Hi, how are you?
Thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks.
How was your trip? You got a trip, right?
So peaceful.
Where'd you go again?
Nashville.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
What's
Just-
up, Keisha?
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing well.
You
How's
had.
it go?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said I'm doing well. How's it going?
Pretty good. You had a good trip, Trish?
I did, thank you. Yes, it was very relaxing and much needed.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Man, I'm telling you, it's about 90 degrees here.
It's a little warm here too. It's not quite that bad though. We're only at like 80 something, 85, 86.
Oh, yeah?
We got up to 91 today.
Oh,
Ooh,
my
I don't even know what
goodness.
the high was.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel like it came out of nowhere too.
Uh-huh.
I know. It was like, bam, we got
Right.
heat. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started. Hey, you guys, welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Keisha, Trish, and myself, Letitia, will be doing a recap of The Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of May 29th through June 2nd. So, if you are new here, first of all, hit the like button on the YouTube side. Also, we do the A Young and the Restless in the first half of the show, Bold and the Beautiful in the second half of the script segment, which if there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish you could change, that's where we flip the script. And then who's taking a seat this week? Somebody that just really get on your nerve and they need to just go somewhere and sit down. So that's what we'll be talking about. So I see about 25 of you all are here on the YouTube side. So make sure as you come in to hit that like button and let the YouTube algorithm know to share the content. And if you guys want to share the content, you can as well. Hey, J Money. Hey, Brooklyn. Earl, Vita, Lisa. All right. What did y'all think about this week so far, though? Was it boring? Was it slow? Was it interesting?
There were parts that were it was kind of boring. Like for some reason, this whole Cameron Christian.
Mm-hmm.
There's something boring about that story. I know it just started. I get it. We just haven't really gotten into it yet. But every time they had Sharon and Nick on the screen talking about this Cameron Christian guy, I'm like, can we get on to like the juicy part of the storyline?
Exactly.
Well, I felt that way too. I thought it was kind of a yawner, and I will tell you, it kind of really irked me today because somebody needs to teach Sharon how to defend herself when someone puts their hand on her when she doesn't want their hand on her. And I mean, when are they gonna have the woman have the oomph to do what she needs to do?
Right. I'm watching the whole time. I'm like, why don't you call out Nick's name? It's not like he has a weapon to you.
Use your knee, girl.
Yeah, or get away from him. He didn't have her cornered. Like, the door was right there. She could have walked right through the door into the restaurant and closed it. Like, come on.
Yep.
I was so annoyed.
Well, we gonna unpack it. So, yeah, to me that was crazy. And I'm like, y'all locking every other door but the back door? Really?
The worst one.
Exactly. Yep. Anyway, okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give a summary and then we're going to break down the storyline. So, for The Young and the Restless for the week of May 29th, Chance and Christine discuss damning evidence. Victor interrogates Nate, and Phyllis searches for exonerating clues. Diane charges are dropped. Sharon receives another package, and Faith returns home. Chance gives disturbing news. Adam helps Sally through a pregnancy scare, and Kyle finds Summer at the GCAC. And Ashley and Tucker make plans. Faith reveals she met Cameron. Nick is torn between Sally and protecting Sharon. And then Nick intervenes as Cameron Kirsten terrorizes Sharon. And then, of course, Kyle is shocked when he discovers Phyllis with Summer and Daniel. All right, where y'all want to start?
You want to just finish the Kirsten Cameron storyline?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're, I cannot. I hate it when Nick becomes the I have to save you type of person. Like, Sharon is a grown woman. I get that there's a history of some type of violence there with him, but you're not the only man in her life. Like, why? I feel like he constantly feels like he has to save Sharon from anything bad happening, and he just overdoes it. They have for security, which he did. He hired security. So now we have to watch Nick for the next however many weeks crawl up Sharon's butt. Make sure
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. You so funny, girl. They crawling up.
But where's the lie?
I mean, it's all true, and that's what I'm saying. He's always Captain Save him.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't think it was a big deal this week, the whole thing with Sally, only because this was the first time it happened. Okay, he didn't return your phone call within 2 seconds of you calling him or whatever. However, if it becomes a pattern to where now you're neglecting me and I'm your girlfriend, and now when I call you, it's taking you, however many hours to get back to me, and I don't hear from you, I don't know what's going on, then yeah, that's going to be an issue.
Let me ask you ladies something. Do you think she's playing two in the middle? She always noticed she got either Nick or Adam as a backup plan.
She definitely is. There was no reason for her to call Adam. She could have called Chloe.
Wait, hold on. You don't think there was a reason to call Adam?
Yeah, I think there was a reason to call. I don't blame her.
Yeah, that's the baby's father, and it was a pregnancy scare.
As long as she called Nick first, which she did, and then she called Adam. Now, I will say, I think right after calling Adam, either she or when Adam got there, they should have called Chloe just to make sure that, she was covered with a friend too, and not, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. What do I know?
You said, what do I know?
I'm going to call my best friend before I call the guy that I'm not dating anymore. I know he's the father of the baby.
Ooh.
I'll call you after the appointment and let you know what's going on, but I'm not going to call you to do things for me just because you're the father of the baby.
Oh my God, that hurts. I'm sorry. That hurts.
If we're not together, I'm not. No,
but it's not based on the relationship. That's his kid. If she happened to lose that kid and he's the last one to know, oh my God. I mean, that's just me, but I'm coming from a different place, so.
I'm not saying that she can't let him know. I'm just saying I would not. I feel like it depends on Adam. And in my opinion, if you guys are in a relationship, that's not going to be the first person I call. I'll call you after I call my best friend to take me to the doctor or whatever. I'll call you after that, but I'm not going to call you to give me rides or to sit with me or any of that. No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I've never been pregnant, so I have no clue what I would do.
Yeah, like I say, I'm coming from a different space with that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody, you obviously, you feel the way that you do. But I mean, I could see if it was just something else, but yeah, I mean, she's carrying his kids, so I think that if it's anything related to the child, whether they're not in a relationship or not, he should know about it. I mean, at least be there, actually say, hey, something wrong with the baby. I don't know what's going on. I'm about to pass out. I can't get a hold of Nick. I need you here, whatever. And they go to the hospital. And you can tell how worried he was when he snapped off at Chelsea, because he has a connection with his daughter. That's, he's about to have a baby girl with her. So I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I'm not saying you should have kept it just saying, I'm just saying for me, I would have called my best friend to take me to the hospital if my boyfriend didn't answer. I'll call Adam when I get there or on my way and say, if you want to meet me here, this is what's going on. You can meet me. I'm not going to call you to take me to the hospital.
Oh,
You're
okay.
the second person I call. I'm going to call somebody that I have an active relationship with. And her and Adam are really only communicating right now because she's pregnant. They don't for real have a relationship or a friendship for that matter. I think they're starting to build it back now because of the pregnancies. But before that, she didn't want anything to do with Adam.
Yeah. Hey, Bree. Yeah, congratulations. She said she had a graduation last week. She missed last week's show.
Oh, congratulations.
Did she graduated or
No, she said a child graduation.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. I'm not in agreement for one. It's going to come out. Oh, Victoria. What? It's going to come out. Victoria messed with the DNA, and Adam will not be the baby father. Second, Nick is the love of Sharon's life. They have been since they were teenagers. I haven't heard about the DNA swap.
I haven't either. And Nick and Sharon, oh gosh, that's, it's just kind of boring to me.
I'm not looking for that.
You looking forward to what?
I'm not looking forward to that storyline if they do put Nick and Sharon back together.
I mean, he's probably, he's gonna be in trouble. The spoilers are out. I guess he's gonna be provoked, and he's gonna attack. Oh, spoiler alert! I gotta say that, so just in case y'all want to step away or put it on mute or something. So apparently, he's gonna provoke Nicholas, where Nicholas actually physically do something to him, and so then he's gonna call Chance to press battery charges, which of course he's gonna be arrested.
Nick is always getting in some type of fight with somebody.
He's a hothead.
That's because he's a simp. But anyway. Somebody always putting a battery in his back, and then he goes and fire off, and then end up in trouble.
So easily.
Exactly. Okay, let's see. I would have. Okay, Lisa and Jacqueline. Oh yeah, they still talking about this DNA swap. I have not heard anything about a DNA swap that Victoria did to make Nick not the father.
This is the first I've heard of it too.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, come on, man, not again.
If anything,
What'd you say?
I said if anything, I would think Victor would do it. I don't think Victoria would. She might not like Sally, but I don't think she'd go to those lengths.
Yeah.
I mean, for what?
Yeah, for what? I mean, she got her own messiness going on with Mr. Nate. But let's go back to what we was talking about. So we was talking about Cameron. Because the thing is that it's moving slowly. So I guess I did kind of drop that spoiler alert, but it's like, am I going to be excited about this or not? And like you guys said, that was both of you. That man touching her face, you just standing there.
That's assault.
I mean, she's just standing there, and I'm like, scream, push him off, do something, run, call. I mean, Nick is in the other room. I mean, she's standing there petrified as he have this whole conversation about how we felt when we were together and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like,
it was sick.
It was what?
It was sick.
I mean, I was like, is anybody gonna do something? I'm surprised, and it shows you the evolution of the soaps. Remember they showed that scene from back in the day where he slapped the mess out of that girl. I don't think we would see that now. I mean, a lot of things have changed. You got the Me Too movement, and we're in a different time period, but it was just even shocking to see that back from, I think, what was that, 20 years ago?
Yeah. And the thing that just makes me so bad about that is yes to everything you just said regarding all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she should have used her knee or something. I mean, could we evolve? Could we evolve just a little bit? Could we have taken self-defense after we had that happen in our life? I mean, I don't know. I was really, really, I guess,
I don't know. It was a weird scene because it's not realistic. I mean, if
it's
somebody,
not.
right, I mean, if somebody did like what happened to Sharon 20 years ago with what Cameron did, because I mean, he tried to grape her.
Yes, he did. And you're now being cornered is that is a form of abuse and assault. And he touched her, and that really set me off, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm surprised that they let that play out the way that it did, because she could have easily just slapped his hand out the way or something.
Something.
She was just standing there. Yeah, that was a weird scene. It just did not make any sense to me.
No.
And like there was so many things that they could have had her do, except for Nicholas. He's running up in there, jump, push, and he was able to come from the other room and then push him off. Which technically all she had to do is push him off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
Make her
weird.
look weak.
Yeah.
Smart.
And then these cryptic, I guess, with all the scenes, because a lot of people didn't remember who he was, right? I guess,
No.
and so they showed us a whole bunch of flashbacks and the falling out of the plane situation and, all of this stuff. It was like, okay.
Yeah, I had forgotten all about that actually.
Yeah, I mean, 20 years ago is a long time ago. I mean, actually, it was early 2000s. So,
And what kind of a sick person sits in jail for 20 years and that's all they think about is that, like, that's sick.
yeah, my question is how you get out in the first place. Didn't you have a
Exactly.
psych evaluation or something?
What'd you do to redeem?
Yeah, how were you able to get out like that? That was weird to me. I don't know. Mm-mm. Nope.
I don't like.
But it's their manufactured storyline. Now, are the writers still on strike?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. So I guess Josh is just writing all this together by himself, huh?
I mean, it kind of sort of feels that way.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it was just stupid to me that he was able. You would think the girl is scared of her own shadow at this point. Nicholas is offering her to take her home, give her a ride, and she's like, "No, I'll be fine." I'm like,
No,
"What?" He was like, I'm not asking you. It's not an option. You're going."
yeah.
And then you didn't lock the back door. How do you lock the front doors? Because you're afraid. But then he just walked right in. I'm like, is this the bold and the beautiful?
Exactly.
I'm like, what show am I watching? Because they usually leave the doors open on the bold and beautiful. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Thank you, J Money, and the rest of you guys. Hit that like button on the YouTube side. Keisha, I guess she had to step away. She said she'll be
I'm
back.
back.
Oh, there you are. So, what did you think about? We was just talking about that whole setup of everything. Did you hear us?
No,
Oh, okay.
I had to step. I stepped away from my phone.
Oh, okay. So, the whole thing with him, the door being unlocked, and her, Nicholas offered her a ride home, and she talking about I'll be fine. And she's scared of her own shadow right now. What do you think, Keish?
I feel like if they are that worried, then they definitely should have been more careful. Probably be in the restaurant by yourself at night.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are, like you said, make sure every single one of those doors is locked after the last customer leaves.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that whole scene. I think that's probably what irritated y'all the most. Besides the fact of her not doing anything, but some of that just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all got anything else on that whole Cameron thing? Oh, what about when he ran into Faith at the park?
No.
What's the matter, Trish?
Faith. Who else did he ran into? Sally. He ran into Diane.
Yep.
He just comes off as a creeper.
And what he said to Nick about that's disgusting, and I'm really just I'm not a happy camper with this stuff. I almost said something else.
Yeah. He's definitely a Stark type replacement.
I think he's worse than Stark.
Oh,
well, yeah, for
They're
sure.
both in the swamp.
I mean, Stark was Stark, but he's more of a. Ooh, I can't say that. I'm trying to. What's the word I want to use? Yeah, well, the word you guys used earlier was a creeper, but you're absolutely right with that word. No, you can't. You can't say that word on YouTube.
You can't say predator.
I'm telling you, you keep saying. You keep.
Oh, that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. YouTube is ridiculous if you can't even say that word.
Oh, y'all, it's weird what you can and can't write on, like, if there's a news article, there's just, you can't write anything. It's so one-sided what you can't write.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. You have to say things like unalive, or you have to say, if you're talking about child critters, you have to say.
Oh, I wasn't necessarily saying it in that way.
No, we're just talking in general about YouTube words.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a ton of words that they will hit you with, and
completely out of context.
Yeah, I mean, we could just be doing a commentary on certain things, and I'm telling you, they really have cracked down in the past year or so across all social medias. I don't know about Facebook. Facebook look like
it's a cesspool.
Yeah, it's a cesspool.
Cesspool. I said on there to a friend of mine, and we were joking around. We were talking about getting together for lunch on like a sidebar conversation under something that all of our other friends were talking about. We were going to get together for lunch, and I said, "Don't you threaten me with a good time and great conversation." They saw threaten, and they took my comment down.
Yeah, because they trying to keep down. Yeah, they trying to keep down SA terms and physical harm terms and things like that, and and it's like, who gonna? I mean, unless you are going to do a video or whatever about who does that and get online and say, yes, I'm gonna do this to you and blah 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 blah, and it's like, are you serious? But I guess it's millions of channels and dialogue and blogs and stuff out there, so it happens. I know TikTok is a stickler for that.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God, you have to watch everything you say.
Yes, you do.
So
some craziness I see posted on Twitter and Instagram, and some of the videos on YouTube, so, like.
Yeah, but behind the scene, you don't know what strikes that they're getting. They'll keep the video up, but it'll strike the channel. Yep. We'll get warnings, community guideline warnings, all that type of stuff. So, yeah, it sucks. I guess you can't go as unfiltered as you want to in some cases.
Not.
Yeah, because I've even heard no content creators that had to take the video down and redo it and carve out and edit words and stuff like that. Because I mean, I have another YouTube channel that I've been running for like 3 years, and I've been hit with community guidelines for just the menial things, and it's like, are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. But anywho,
great.
All right, we got off track. Yeah, Ron Julian.
Oh, look, a chicken.
All right. Yeah, so he ran into a lot of people in town. I will say it was kind of cute to see him with with Diane, because the two of them are married in real life. So, yeah, I was like, oh, I was wondering how they were going to mix those two in the same, in the same scene or whatever. And unfortunately, it was about her water being left, her wine or drink being left unattended. But the two of them got, I mean, if you follow them on Instagram,
Oh, she's married to the guy who plays Cameron?
yes.
I
Lin-
totally did not catch that.
yeah, his name is Lyndon Ashby, and her name is Susan Walters
Susan Walt.
Ashby.
Yeah,
I didn't realize Ashby.
Jay,
Okay.
I think Jay Money he told us that last week because he said he
Oh, and
watched.
I was out last week. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he watches him on another show, I think.
Okay.
yeah. They've been together. I think they're gonna hit 30 years in, what is that? They're about 24, maybe 25 years into the marriage. They got grandkids and everything else. They had a
Wow.
bunch of pictures all over
Well,
Instagram. I follow.
man, y'all, seriously, she plays a fabulous, horrific person, and he plays a fantastic creep. I bet they have so much fun in real life.
Yeah, I bet they really. Let me shut up.
I just meant like in life.
I mean,
But
hey,
okay.
listen, they're married. They've been married this long. They
Yeah.
got to keep the fire going some kind of
Yes,
way.
you do. Yes, you have to keep that fire
And I
going.
mean, I think she's like 59 and he's like 60. They look really good.
Oh, such great shape.
Because he
Oh my
took his
God.
shirt off in the GCAC. I'm like, the dude still got,
He's ripped. Yeah,
yeah, he's still kind of
ripped.
fit. And I'm looking at,
Uh-huh.
and,
And
she's,
she's ripped.
right, she still got her little body and everything. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, y'all good.
I know. What are y'all doing? Are y'all doing the same thing Rob Lowe's doing? Are y'all doing that Atkins thing or that keto thing? What are y'all doing? I need to know.
Yeah, and they do a lot of traveling and spending time with the grandkids and stuff, and yeah, so they look real cute together on all their little pictures and stuff on Instagram.
I can't believe I didn't even recognize that was him.
Yep, that's him. So, anywho, I want, what? Maybe they should team the two of them up on Y&R, because she's a villain, he's a villain now. Why
Hmm.
not? And then
Yeah.
she was like, "Did you hear when she said you look familiar?"
Now that makes me laugh. I wish I would have known they were married
When I
last.
heard that, I'm like, "Of course he looks familiar."
That's so
But yeah, so I think we covered everything on the whole Cameron thing, right?
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Last, I guess we did kind of touch on Sally. She got preeclampsia, or
Hmm.
possibly have preeclampsia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you have high blood pressure during pregnancy.
Oh,
Usually,
that's why he said no salt. Yeah.
correct. Correct. Yeah. Usually it happens anytime after 20 weeks of pregnancy. So,
Oh.
and that's why she's feeling kind of dizzy and loopy, because obviously her blood pressure shot up.
Mm.
I gotta give credit to Chloe though, because she didn't talk crazy to Adam this episode.
Yeah, didn't.
No, she matured. I was like, who is that? Oh my gosh, it's a grown up Chloe.
I know somebody call her. You know how I call her cuckoo Chloe. Somebody call her clueless Chloe. I'm like, y'all got all kind of names out here. But
Just keep calling her. She
would you
doesn't care what you call her. Just keep calling.
exactly? But yeah, I was shocked by that she actually didn't give Adam any grief. He was like, she told him you stepped up or something. I'm like, he does take care of his kids. I mean, he has no issue taking care of Connor. You act like he's just some roving maniac on the street,
Mm-hmm.
He just
But
hates her so much.
who? You talking about
Chloe just
Chloe?
hates
Yeah.
her so much. Yeah.
And then she turned around and she said, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna leave you and pass the baton and all this so kind of stuff. I'm like, okay. Whatever you say, Chloe.
Did she have some meeting to go to?
Yeah, she did. Yep, she had some meeting to go to or whatever. And then Nicholas showed up and Adam was nice to him and he looked shocked too, and He
Yeah.
What only thing that irks me in that whole scene is when Nicholas got in the bed with them shoes on.
I saw that too.
I'm
Do
like, dude, you gonna take
not put your shoes on the bed.
It
it?
drives me nuts when I see people on TV sitting in a bed with shoes on or on the couch and they got their shoes up on the couch. It,
Uh-uh.
it drives me insane. Or
Oh,
even like, and this, I don't know if this is common or not, but like when I get home, I usually take my outside clothes off,
yes.
put on like
Yep.
clothes that I don't wear, like pajama pants or something, before I sit in bed.
Exactly.
Of
Yeah.
course, on TV, they don't do all that. They're on TV. They don't care about that kind of stuff. But it still drives me nuts.
I
Yeah.
can't say my son would do that. He would come home from work, come in my room, and then lay in my bed. I'm like, dude, you got your outside clothes on.
Yeah. I mean, stuff, and the bottom of your shoes.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm with you, Keisha. When if I've been outside all day, I'm stripping down to some pajamas or something or some relaxed clothes and put the
Yeah.
other clothes away that I wore outside.
Yep.
I don't blame you. The other thing is, them shoes in the bed. It's like, I mean, serious, Nicholas, you got in there with like you said, outside clothes on, and you had your shoes on.
Yeah.
I was
And it was on the top of the comforter at a hotel.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. That's a no-no for me. That's a no-go. Let somebody else do it. Oh my
Do
goodness.
you bring your own sheets to hotels?
Girl, I bring alcohol to spray it down because I mean, any type of, because you got to check for bed bugs and stuff in some
The
of these
black light.
Yeah, all of whatever.
Black light.
I didn't gave out some some truthful reviews,
Mm-hmm.
some honest reviews at some of these places, but yeah, yeah. TA says shoes on the bed is gross. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so hopefully I'm wondering with Nicholas being pushed over to cuz he's still going to be touring this upcoming week. Well, he's going to be in trouble this week.
Mm-hmm.
But does
Yeah.
that pull him out of Sally's orbit and put her and Adam back in the same space?
I hope so. I still want Adam and Sally back together.
Yeah, I don't mind if they get back together. I just don't want to see Nick and Sharon back together.
Oh, me either. Me either. I've always been a Nick and Phyllis fan. I thought they made each other really hot.
So here's
I
my
just want to see anybody but Sharon.
well, what's interesting is I guess her and Chance are off the table now, huh?
Which this could have been a good storyline to actually put them together because of Chance being a detective and this whole Christian thing going on. That could have brought him around Sharon a lot more.
And maybe it still could.
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it would leave Nick in the cold.
Oh, he won't be with nobody. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. What if?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be the chance for them to try the Elena Nick thing out again.
Oh, I hope not.
Why
No.
not?
I don't know. They're just both so low key.
Oh, you think they'll be boring?
Yeah, I think Nick needs someone exciting and fun, and I think Elena does too. And I mean, I don't know. There's just something about when Nick and Phyllis were together. She made him wild, and he brought her down to earth until it fell apart. Of course, for the how many times?
Well, listen. Remember, Nate gave some cryptic comment to Audra saying that's where you come in when it comes to Nick. You think Audra could put a little bit of fire if they put her with Nicholas?
That's true.
Yeah, but look whose dad he is.
Huh?
Oh, right.
Noah.
Oh.
And she did all that stuff, and I hope not. I don't like that when they put the kids in the parents. That's just
Well, that's the wrong show. That's the Bold and Beautiful. So.
right. We'll get there, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, they do that type of stuff over there.
No, wasn't Sharon married to Victor at one point?
Yes, for very.
That
brief
is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, anything's possible.
Time. I just got the shudders.
You are funny. somebody said that it seemed like they were Kim testing Summer and Chance. Well, I don't know, because I would think with this whole thing with Kyle finding her, maybe he wants a divorce. You think she'll go to Chance?
I, that might not be bad because Summer's got a little bit of cray.
Yeah, but I don't know. She got this little young look to her. I don't know.
You think so?
You don't think so? She like a brat. That's what she looked like.
Yeah, she is definitely being a brat right now.
And she loved to throw out her bottom lip and pout when she don't get her way or something, or when she arguing with Daniel.
Yeah.
She's got the perfect pout, the perfect lip for a pout.
Yeah, she does.
I mean, it just goes out there. It's like, oh, wow, okay. Dang.
Every time she pouts, Trish, I think of you. Because I know how much you can't stand it.
Stand what?
Trish always talks about that lip.
Don't pout.
Oh, you talking about Summer's lip?
Yeah, the last several shows, she's mentioned something about Summer's pouty lip.
Oh, yeah, she...
Yeah.
And that drives you insane, huh?
Well, because she's done this to herself. I mean, y'all, it's driving me crazy. This whole situation with Phyllis and so, I mean, Diane is the one who did all the wrong, and now it's just a total cluster for everyone else, and I'm just so annoyed.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of crow to be eaten this week too.
Oh yes.
First it was Christine.
Yep.
Then it was Ashley and Tucker.
Yep.
And then it was Victor and Nikki.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Diana's just sauntered back into town like she didn't do anything wrong. Why is she not going up on charges for her fraudulent lifestyle?
I don't know.
She got a real estate license under a fake name. That can't be legal. Like, there has to be something. I mean, come on.
Keisha, what did you just say?
I want to say it was because she ratted out Jeremy Stark. And I think maybe
she made a deal. That's why. Yeah, she made a plea.
She and Jack get away with the whole jewel heist thing.
Well, that was on Victor and Nikki.
That was
and Nikki says today, I can't believe we can't get her out of town. I'm like, it's your fault.
Yeah, you had an opportunity.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Victor was like, let her not be your concern. Pretty much saying, why don't you mind your own business?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And I mean, Ashley and Nikki are saying the exact same thing, talking about she's going to throw her reign of terror over at Jabot when they get married. And I'm like, has she planned on trying to take over the company? I mean, the only thing that I've seen her want to do is go outside. That's it. But they got it in their head that she got some big plot coming. Y'all making this worse. Why don't y'all learn from Phyllis's stupid ideas? Stop messing with that girl and just let her fall on her own face.
Exactly.
It's, I mean, you would think that would be the common sense thing to do, but somehow emotions take over and people try to force stuff and it doesn't ever work out well.
Trish, I think they usually say common sense is not that common anymore. So.
It is not. It is buried with accountability and sensibility.
Ashley
legs, feet, unda.
What'd you say, Keisha?
Ashley is starting to be almost as bad as Phyllis. Now,
I
don't think she would go to the lengths that Phyllis went to.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Just the constant, what's the next plan? Like, what am I going to do now to get rid of Diane? Like, that kind of stuff. And it's just like Tucker, being rational in the situation was like, just let it go. Like, me and you can start our own company. You don't even have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He said, why don't you just let them go on with their life and be happy?
Yes, he did. Yep.
At this point, she's living rent-free in their heads.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Well, they're living rent-free in her head.
No, I mean, Ashley and Nikki are allowing Diane
Oh, the two ladies. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And obviously, Phyllis was not only letting her rent her head, she evidently had possessed Phyllis's entire body. because
Yeah, I
that
mean,
is off the charts insanity.
Yes.
listen, if I
Mm-hmm.
was Jack and Diane, I would have let them call the cops and then make her look like a fool. Because I mean, she saw. Did you actually like Tucker said? Do you actually think Diane is going to just sashay in a public place like society after removing an ankle monitor just to come in there to have dinner? Something had to change.
Right.
And she like, no, she can't be here. We gotta call the cops. You just didn't get the memo. That's all.
Right. You're not high up on you're not on the CC list, Ashley.
Exactly. You didn't get that memo. Sorry, sweetie. And then they still want to say that Diane pushed Phyllis to do all of this, and it's like,
Well,
no,
didn't
she made a choice.
didn't she egg
No,
her on?
what'd you say?
Didn't she egg her on? Didn't her mere presence and reappearance in Jack's life push Phyllis into everything that happened? I mean, this is a woman who literally tortured Phyllis back in the day and was supposed to be dead, and then used Jack's daughter, and then continued to lie, and everything Phyllis said was going to happen happened. And I'm not saying that Phyllis isn't responsible. I'm just saying that that kind of poking and poking and poking and poking and poking that Diane did, and every time she said stuff, it was always poking and poking. She knew she was stoking a fire. It was going to be a complete and total conflagration before this was done. She knew it.
Okay,
so I do blame her partly for all of this.
Not. You don't go to the lengths of framing somebody for murder and faking your own death.
Yeah, and she took poison. I mean,
no, I'm not saying what she did was right. I'm saying that what Diane did helped to lead to all of this.
That was
if it was a matter of Phyllis punching Diane in the face, I could say maybe yes, Diane provoked her because of all this stuff just built up, and Phyllis just welled on her and made her face black and blue or something like that. But concocting a murder like a
well, there was a lot of stuff before that, Keish. I mean, from bringing that reporter to town, finding and locating Jeremy Stark, quitting her job and selling the freaking hotel just to do stuff over at Jabot. I mean, it's a whole list. She gaslit her daughter for months. I mean, at what point is enough enough? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it was enough a long time ago. But in her mind, she was trying to protect her family from this psychopath who tried to destroy her life.
Who? Jack? Jack and Kyle was the one that was keeping Diane around. I mean, especially Kyle. I guess where the ball would have had to drop was Kyle, because he's the catalyst in all of this. Because if he said, you know what, I don't want to have nothing to do with you, I need you to kick rocks and get the French toast out of town, what else could she do with that? But Kyle is like, no, Mom, I want you to stay around. I forgive you. And then Jack was standoffish for a moment, and then he got drawn into that whole rabbit hole on his own. And then now they're both supporting her. He now wants to marry her. In the meantime, everybody else is losing their minds.
I feel like after the whole thing with the three women fell apart, where they were trying to take Diane down and they weren't successful.
Mm-hmm.
With the reporter?
But Nikki walked away.
Yeah.
And Ashley kind of just, for a while, we didn't really hear or see anything from Ashley when it came to Diane. Just a little here and there, argument at the house. That's Phyllis should have dropped it.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, she should have.
She was already over the edge by that point. I mean, she literally lost her mind. She went crazy. She was, no, not crazy. Crazy can be fun. She was insane.
Yeah. Hey, listen. So J Money dropped this in the comment. He said, "Hey y'all, I've been Team Diane all this time, but I saw something today that made me finally doing her and being concerned about her motives. The way she looked at her engagement ring when she was dancing at Jack. looked like she had something nefarious planned. And Jack asked her where she was, and she said that she just want to get married ASAP. Something that kind of was giving me a little bit of something too. What about you guys?
Yep, yep, yep.
Did you see it, Keish?
I didn't. I just thought it was her just gazing at her ring. I guess I didn't think anything of it.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of people in the comment after J Money put that in there. There's actually saying how they kind of saw something there as well. I don't think they're done. I'm wondering if there's more to this because somebody contact when I was talking to one of my other soap friends, they were asking me about if I knew anything about the fact that something is supposed to come out with Allie and her being in cahoots or something. I haven't seen anything on that yet. But I would think that there's probably more to her story now that she's been 100% redeemed and now she's married too to Jack or will be. I don't know. Bree said that they need to send Eileen Davidson over to B&B. She's annoying over here.
I like her and Tucker. I like watching them. I can't wait to see what happens.
Let me ask you this. What do you guys think about the fact that she offered Tucker a job at Jabot?
Oh, yeah, why not? Diane works there, you know.
She still worked there?
So.
Did she get her job back?
Yeah, Marchetti.
Oh, she did. Oh, is she running Phyllis's old division?
She asked to do that, and Kyle.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Keish?
She did ask Kyle for Phyllis's old position, and Kyle told her no.
So does she work there anyway?
I think she still works there.
Okay.
She still has her old job, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know they both, her and Phyllis both got fired at one point, but I believe they brought her back, and I can't remember why. I thought I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. My thing is, yeah, if she could have a job over there, I guess Tucker can too. The only thing is that I don't know. Tucker is still the jury is out on what is he planning to do. Is he actually truly into Ashley and don't want anything else? He did offer to start a separate company once again. She turned him down, but she's enjoying sticking it to Jack. I don't know. Because he could get right up in there and then do something crazy. What do you guys think?
I think that he really is into Ashley because if he wasn't, I feel like he would have left when he said he was leaving town, and he only stayed because Ashley pretty much begged him to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And asked him to move in because he was on his way out. Remember? He
was that's true.
So I think he does want to be with Ashley for real. That doesn't mean that he won't take advantage of the position he's in.
Right.
When it comes to the business side of it, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trent Perry said that Diane still works over at Marchetti with Kyle and Summer.
Yeah.
Okay, but go ahead.
I think that he is in love with Ashley, and I think he wants everything.
So you think he gonna go after Jabot?
I don't know if he'll go after Jabot, but I think that if he gets a chance to, or if it makes sense to, or if Ashley gives him the way, paves the way, and gets out of his way, I think he'll do whatever because he's Tucker. He's always going to be Tucker.
I like that guy. I really like Trevor.
I do too. I think he's fantastic.
Trevor St. John. Yeah, they got the right guy to play him.
Yeah.
Because
his timing, impeccable.
Yeah, and then the thing is, he's a comedian, it seems.
Yep.
I would like to say, he probably would do a good comedy. Like a comedy movie or something.
Yeah.
But I do like the chemistry between Tucker and Ashley, though.
I do too.
You know, if she just let this whole thing go with Jack, you know, just like Tucker is saying, why don't you just let them move on and be happy? Why don't they do them? Look like they decided to do them when they left that restaurant. Cause and it was Ashley's idea. Cause she was like, why don't we go someplace else and do whatever she said in her little phrase. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Mama's
guess,
lonely.
yeah, I guess you're about to get a sample of what Audra got. So,
Oh.
anywho, what else? What else? What else? What else? Y'all got anything else on Diane and that whole thing?
Nah, nothing I can remember.
Okay. I know we saw some Nate this. Oh yeah, Victor grilled Nate on Memorial Day,
Yeah, he did.
and then turned around and gave the approval. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, Nate? Don't get too comfortable. When Victor approves you, it's about what piece on the chessboard you're gonna become.
Right.
And it's always pawn if you're not blood. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
Figured he would have maybe a little bit of a soft spot for him just because he's Neil's nephew.
Yeah, but then 10 minutes later, he was in the suite with Audra, and they up in there making plans about trying to figure out a way for him to get the COO position at Newman and give her the CEO position at Newman Media.
I still don't buy that that's what he's really doing. I feel like he's playing Audra.
Yeah, I think you said that last week too, didn't you?
Really?
Yeah. What do you think, Trish? You think?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't trust Nate at all.
Okay, gotcha. They got him acting real slimy now.
Yeah, he's totally suspicious.
Or should I say grimy? I said slimy, didn't I?
It's a cup of ick at this point for me, and I love Nate. Like, this is bothering me. I don't like this.
I don't like the storyline either. But I guess if somebody is a nice guy, it makes them boring, and that sucks.
And you don't get enough airtime. Yeah,
right.
I'll still watch. You know me, I'm watching.
So I wonder, what do you guys, if they was to turn Elena dark, you think she would be more interesting? I wouldn't even know how to turn Elena dark.
Yeah, I don't know that I could see her being a dark character. I mean, if you're an actress, you're an actress, and you should be able to pull it off. But I think I'm just so used to seeing Elena be the sweet, almost happy-go-lucky type of character. It would be odd to watch her do that. Like, it's odd to watch Nate do what he's doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's very odd to watch this whole complete and total character shift. Not character soap character like character of person character.
Right.
Just 180 degrees. And I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever known anybody that's just done a complete and total about face that I didn't see coming.
Right.
I don't know if I don't know. I'd have to think hard about that one. You usually get the kind of stuff coming. What? I'm sorry?
They did it to Tommy, different show, but I feel like that's how they did Thomas's character.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I totally agree. All right, you know what, we got to tackle this other last storyline with Phyllis and Daniel, and they treat Daniel like trash.
It's exasperating.
It is. This man wants to organize and do the right thing, and Summer is just like, she want to pretty much de-brother. Let me see if I can create a word. De-brotherize. She wants to dismiss him as her brother, your other child. I'm like, are you serious right now?
You know what? I almost hope Summer gets arrested for helping her mom.
I mean, seriously, they're not all three of them. Well, two of them are accessories.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's almost as if Phyllis said it. She said, "I'm making you guys accessories," but then it was just like, "But oh well, we're family. We have to protect each other and stick together." And it's like, do you not hear yourself?
They're your kids.
Yeah, you're literally making your kids criminals right now because they're keeping this secret from everybody.
And she's feeding off of the fact that but I came back because now I know that you guys really love me. And I'm like, are you
She's just the
serious?
best.
It's so pathetic.
I mean, and then she sit up there. I think she said something else again. What was it? She told Daniel about, oh, it was a nice service. I really enjoyed it. It was
Oh,
your funeral.
that painting, I love it. I love it. I'm like, oh my God, do you even know what you're saying? I
Yeah,
mean,
that she's a narcissist.
Mhm.
sick. It's just sick.
And then you drag it. Well, I gotta say, I can't even say dragging because the fact that Summer is a willing participant.
At this point.
At this point, she's a willing
Right.
participant. Go ahead,
Yep.
Keish.
She's a participant, and now she's plotting with her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, at the demise of her own marriage, because, and then she's so selfish because I guess she couldn't wait for Summer to answer the phone today.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I told you not to call me around Kyle. And she was like, what does that matter? I'm like, you don't.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They have really, really wrote Phyllis the character. I mean, how you gonna pull her out of this?
I, that's why I'm so annoyed and exasperated because it's just, she hated Diane so much for what she did, and then she did the same thing, and now she shows up, and um, Jeremy's supposedly dead by her hand, and what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? There's nowhere to go.
And Summer thinks that there's some miraculous something that's just gonna make these charges just go away.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand is what exactly do you guys think you can do to lessen the blow to what Phyllis did? I mean, other than I guess they're trying to find out a way to prove that what she did to Stark was in self-defense. But what about everything else that went along with it?
Yeah, the stuff
Like, what,
prior
what
to that.
yeah. Well, I guess they did say they were looking for the EMT to I guess maybe corroborate Phyllis's story, which really he wouldn't be because he didn't know about that last part that happened with Stark. As far as he knew, Phyllis and Stark were working together. So my assumption is that she's going to try to maybe bribe that EMT to say Stark forced them into doing what they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that dude is long gone. Stark paid him a ton of cash, and he got out of there.
Right.
And I mean, she was gloating about having all this time, and then Summer was like, you cried on the obituary. That's how they were able to find you. And by the way, I just want to let you know, there's a APB put out on you."
I look at this whole situation and I'm like, what a cluster from the writing.
I
Right.
mean, but
I
then
was gonna say team, but it's not a team, is it?
but here's the thing, Trish, is that out of all of that, you would think she would be freaked out. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? She's mad that Diane is downstairs having dinner.
Well,
Well,
and
she's just happy and
like, what has happened?
she's just happy and free, I guess, and just celebrating. Why do you even care about that?
She's insane. She's lost her mind.
Yeah.
You
And
know, the
like her bringing up Diane and in the sense of well, once again Diane gets away with it, and it's like, but she didn't do anything.
Not
Like
this time.
that alone, if I were Summer,
mm-hmm.
would piss me off enough to where I'm like, I'm done.
Yep.
You figure out what you're gonna do with your life. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't even know you were here, and when you pop up, I'm gonna play dumb because you're ridiculous. You're still obsessing over Diane,
Mm-hmm.
and while we're all sitting here, dang, dang, they're about to get in trouble over you, and you still haven't learned a lesson. Like, I'm going home to my husband. You figure it out.
Yeah, and if I was Daniel, I would have stayed clear of it. For a while, he was absolved of this because he wasn't in it. When he decided to take the rap for his sister by telling the police that Phyllis contacted him, I'm like, why did you do that?
Because he's trying to protect Summer and her marriage.
Yeah, but now Summer don't care
Obviously,
about her own marriage, and she's mad at Daniel. She's ungrateful.
right.
Girl, this whole thing
And,
is just messed up.
and to be honest, Daniel was fine legally up to the point where Phyllis, I guess, contacted. I can't remember how that happened, but I guess maybe she sent Daniel a text message and he didn't know.
Well, remember this was like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Phyllis called him when he was in his own room at the GCAC and wasn't saying anything, and he just started talking into the phone. Mom, is this you? If this is you, blah 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 blah. Remember that? That was the first call.
I'm saying that I think legally Daniel was fine up until the point where he went to the hotel room.
Okay.
He didn't have proof, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have proof. But then he already told the police that Phyllis contacted him, even though he wasn't telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
But he's letting them know. So it's not like he was hiding.
Well, that's true, because he did put it out there, right? Because at this point,
he's telling them everything. He's cooperating.
Right? Okay. Yeah, I see where you coming from. I see exactly where you coming from, because you're saying, yeah, he told him, but he didn't know where she was.
Right.
Gotcha.
He wasn't keeping any secrets. He told them everything.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows where she is. And he's been in contact with her. If he doesn't say anything after he leaves that room, now he's become an accessory.
Yeah. Now my thing is, what is Kyle gonna do? Because and Daniel had a good point when Summer said that she broke the news to Victor and Nikki, and Daniel was like, "You mean to tell me you told everybody but your husband?"
Mm-hmm. But I think she only told them what Kyle already knew. She didn't tell him that she knew where Phyllis was.
Yeah, that's true. You got a point there. Because he knew she was alive, just didn't know where she was.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, he knows where she is now.
Right.
Yep.
So go ahead.
And he ain't gonna keep that secret. Kyle is for sure gonna tell.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna tell, and I hope he kicks Summer out of the house.
I wonder, is he gonna force Phyllis to come downstairs with him?
Well, I do know, because the Canadian episode is out, that Phyllis is going to be begging him not to.
Oh,
please.
But what the question is, what is he actually going to do?
I can't imagine that Kyle would keep that secret for her.
I hope not. Because, seriously, his wife has been doing too much disappearing and all this old craziness. I'm trying to see if I can find anything else. Please don't disappoint me. Let's see. Wow. Boy, there's a lot of content on this. This is gonna be a huge scene on Monday.
The scene between Kyle and I can't wait what Kyle says to her.
Right.
It has been unbearable these last several weeks. Mm-hmm. And then come to find out you've been lying to me for how long?
Yep.
Yeah, because he lists off a whole bunch of charges. He lists off collusion, aiding, and abetting a felon. He could lose access to Harrison. He said he feel guilty just for being in the room with them right now.
Wow.
Yeah, he got to say something, because he risks losing his kid.
Right.
And yeah. And then she talking about what is Harrison going to say, mommy's in jail. Now she trying to do a guilt trip. Well, it looked like, oh, Kyle, really? Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there.
Oh, no. You got to text me.
Oh, Kyle, no. Really? Okay.
Okay, 3 guesses. Let's play 3 guesses.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to guess that Kyle goes ahead and gives her a pass to try to find evidence that might help clear her because it's Summer's mom, and that's what I think. That's my one guess. What's yours, Keisha?
I think Kyle's gonna tell.
Well, he ain't gonna tell on Monday. He tell
Woo!
he's
Oh, really?
It says Kyle sighs and says that there will be no cops involved for now.
I'm shocked.
I'm pissed.
He was like,
I've been waiting for that.
Man, okay, so now the propulsion of that decision with his dad after this all comes out, because y'all know all of this is going to come out.
Of course.
And he will have known, and Jack is going to blow a stack. Diane is going to guilt him to all eternity. Oh, this is going to be bad.
Diane to guilt anything about Kyle after what she did.
She's going to try. You know she's a manipulator. Yeah. Look where she is now. Oh my gosh, she's like a master manipulator.
Man, this sucks because the thing is, why would you even want to take that on for her? She tried to, oh God, she, that's whatever. Burden. I guess, but you know what? They got if Michelle Stafford is going to be around, they got to figure out a way to write her out of this corner.
Yep.
I mean,
they did a good job of cementing, didn't they?
Yeah, so the only way that you can write her out of this corner is if everybody just silently just say, oh, just let it go.
Hey, what if she's really Sheila? Remember when Sheila actually looked like Phyllis?
Oh, Lord, let's not go down that rabbit hole. You are so funny. Let's not replay that one, okay? We're not going to go there, Trish. Yeah, so, okay. Well, as I say, womp.
Yep.
That sucks. Alright, let me see. Did we cover everything? I'm just checking some things. Oh, Faith brought a cat home.
Yeah.
I know you enjoyed that, Keish.
I did.
And for those that don't know, Keisha is a cat lover.
I am. I'm an animal lover in general. Like, if I lived out in the middle of nowhere with a big farm, I would have all kinds of animals. But because I'm not home enough, a cat is the only thing that I feel comfortable having, because cats really could care less if you're at home as long as they have food.
Yeah, they can take care of themselves.
Yeah.
I
love cats too, Keish, and we don't have one inside right now, but we live at the end of a block next to a park, and people dump cats, and so they get them fixed, and then they dump them at the end of the street for whatever reason. And so us and our neighbor have little doors in our garage, and they come in the cold, or if there's a hurricane. But they don't want to come in full time because there's not, I mean, I guess they let us love them. So I can't say they're fully feral, but they're definitely outdoor cats. Yeah. But we let them in when it's bad, but we love animals as well.
I love that.
I like cats, but I'm allergic to them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, unfortunately. Me and my daughter is allergic to cats. My son, no problem. But me and her, oh, no. It's a no-go for us.
That stinks.
Yeah, I know. And sometimes I wouldn't mind having a cat because of the fact that, they, like Keisha said, they can take care of themselves. You just have to, feed them and empty the litter box. But like a dog, it could be 20 below, especially in the Midwest. You got to take that dog outside.
Yes, you do.
Use a bathroom. You gotta walk them.
And you got to scoop the poop and all that stuff.
Yeah. I do that in my backyard every day.
They can't home for too long by themselves.
Well, at least you can, Trish, you can let your dogs out the back and they can run, right?
I am so fortunate. Yes, I have a nice backyard. Now we, always have the gate locked because if he got out, he'd be in a park. There's no telling where he'd go.
Oh no. Okay.
But, I do love where we are because even though we're in the middle of a huge city, it's very quiet because we are next to the park. So it's really nice, and I am lucky to have a nice backyard.
Well, look like somebody dropped some very bad news into the comment section about the cat. Keish, I don't know if you want to hear this.
What?
Uh, they said they heard Cameron was going to.
Oh no, that's why she screams when she opens the door. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't even read it.
I can't believe they would do that.
Exactly.
That angers me. This storyline's gonna really tick me
Uh
off.
oh. Trish, I hear the fire coming out of you.
That is so dark.
That's too much for daytime. That's just too much.
Look, never mind the humans that they, you know.
Well, hopefully they don't. I mean, I don't think they. If that is actually going to happen, I'm hoping that they don't show anything. But why would you do that?
But even the thought of it is just.
Oh, that makes me sad.
But you know what? It's kind of like, what was that movie? What is that? Where Michael Douglas, the boiling
no.
bunny.
Close? No.
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction.
No. Insane.
Yeah. Why would you even want to bring that like that? I mean, if it'd be different if he took the cat and let it run away or something. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, she dropped that in there, and she said the Charty. She said I'm an animal lover, so I know she's not happy about that. She's the one that dropped the info on that one. That sucks. Oh yeah, cause that's probably why she was screaming.
Yeah, I did see that clip.
Yeah, that scream was crazy. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. All right, did we cover everything?
I believe so.
Yeah. It looked like and I guess she is in college now. It looked like they got Faith looking older. Just a little bit.
I wish they would have had Moses come back home with her too. It would have been nice to see him.
Yeah, where is Moses now? They didn't even say.
Well, she said that he knew about the cat, because she remember she came in the house and told Sharon, I'm bringing home a friend, and she actually thought it was a person.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, does Moses know about this new friend? And she was like, oh yeah, Moses and I know exactly about it. And it was the cat, so I don't know.
Okay. I missed that part.
Yeah, but that's all they said about it. I don't know if he's coming home, or is he, with his mom in New York, or what. So
maybe he'll be here a little later in the summer.
That's possible.
They usually bring the youngins out for the summer.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right, y'all ready for bold?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, let's get bold on the screen. And let me go and get the summary. Okay, let me see. Oh, come on. Okay, so let's see. Bold and Beautiful. All right. 529. All right, so for the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of May 29th through June 2nd, Hope orders Steffi to stop meddling in her marriage, and Taylor admits to Deacon that her pact with Brooke is in trouble. Brooke. Oh my God. Ridge almost kisses Taylor. Hope barks at Steffi to stay out of her marriage and confesses to Brooke that she got feelings for Thomas. Taylor and Brooke trade insults. Eric pushes Ridge toward Brooke, which when I heard that part, Keisha, I know you was over there. I know you didn't like that one.
Wait, which part?
When Eric was pushing Ridge toward Brooke.
Oh God, yes.
While Taylor wants Deacon to reunite with Brooke to stop the cycle. And is that it? Where's May 2nd? Oh, right here. June 1st. After prodding from Taylor, Deacon takes a shot at Brooke, and Katie predicts a bridge reunion in Rome. And Brooke is shocked by Taylor's actions and overhears Taylor with Ridge and calls her a backstab and traitor. You know what? It's only 2 storylines going on this week.
Yeah.
The first one is this one with Hope and Steffi. Alright, so y'all want to start there, since that was at the beginning of the week?
Works for me.
Sure.
So This girl, actually, let me ask you this. Do you guys think that this mess that's now happening between Brooke and Taylor is attributed to Hope?
No, I think maybe it was a little bit of a catalyst for them to go down the path that they're going now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was completely that. I think on Taylor's side of things, she was already a little suspicious of whether or not Brooke was being true to their pact, and I think this just kind of took it. I don't want to say overboard, but I feel like she kind of used it as an excuse to go back on their pact.
Who, Taylor or Brooke?
Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Well, so Taylor used knowing that Brooke and Ridge got a little too close. That's what I think too, Keisha. I think she used that, and I think that that little pinky power promise has imploded.
Oh, it's over.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's over. Like you said, I do believe that she was part of the problem because they were fine until this whole battle between the daughters started early this week.
And I have to remember she has Logan blood.
Exactly.
Why was that necessary to say?
Exactly.
They I were. Couldn't believe that was so petty.
Yeah, that was petty.
Her saying that just shows that you never really, truly were all the way in it with this friendship. If that could work.
Yeah, but at the same time, Brooke turned around and told her to go tell Steffi to take back everything she said. And it's like, your daughter just admitted to you that she got feelings for Thomas, so she was right.
Yeah, which that confused me because she admitted that to Brooke last week, and then when Brooke asked her again this week, she said no.
And then she turned around and said, well, I'm human, and he is kind of hot, and you know, and I'm like...
They're like all over the place with this whole thing with Hope. Well, I don't understand what the...
Here's my thing. They're not doing this any justice because this is a soap opera, right? Mm-hmm. Why are you dragging this out? If you're going to try to go ahead and put Thomas and Hope together, just do it already. I mean, we didn't have 2 affairs already on The Young and the Restless in the past 3 months. I mean, we didn't have Devon and Abby and Nate and Victoria. I mean, can we speed it along? Either you're going to put them 2 together, they're going to do something, or you're just going to let her stay with lame-o Liam and put Thomas over there apologizing for the next 10 years.
Right.
I mean, the woman's literally living in a state of frustration, and she's taking it out on her husband, if you know what I mean. And when he realizes that that's why things got so heavy, he's going to be real disappointed.
Yeah, well, go ahead. You finna say something, Keish?
Oh, no.
Well, obviously it seemed like he got the memo because when he confronted her earlier this week, or was that late last week, but when the confrontation happened, he didn't even kiss that girl going out the door. He knows something is off. Mm-hmm. You know, and then that's when she ran over to Steffi's and told her to stay out of her marriage. Now, do you think that Steffi should have said something to Liam?
No. I don't think that was... I think if Steffi was really, really, truly concerned about the situation, of what she saw at the office, then take it to Ridge and let Ridge know what's going on. If you have a concern about it, there's no need for you to go to Liam because that's not your business to go tell Liam. That's between him and his wife. And if Hope wants to go home and be truthful to him about it, then she can do that. Otherwise, if you're concerned, then it's a business issue, and it's also you being concerned for your brother. Well, Liam don't have nothing to do with anything that you need to do to protect your brother.
The problem,
her husband.
The problem is that Liam kept either showing up at the job and he showed up at the house talking trash about Thomas. That's how she blurted it out. I don't think she planned it. Yeah,
And
he was over there visiting baby girl. And then when she went to bed, then he started talking crazy about Thomas is this and he needs to stay away from my wife. And she was like, enough. He's not the problem. Your wife
yeah,
is.
yeah, I understand that part.
Mm-hmm.
I get that she was protecting her brother. However, when he started, like the moment he started, she should have cut him off and said, "No, we're not doing this again. This is my brother. You go to your wife and you vent to her about what your concerns are because I don't want to hear it, and I'm not going to sit here and listen to you bash my brother." But she sits there and she allows him to spew the things that he's spewing and vent and fuss and whine about Thomas instead of telling him to stop.
Yeah. Bree said, did y'all see RJ's body? I actually thought Paris was gonna walk in on the home. I thought the same thing. Not Hope.
Yeah, that was
That was a missed opportunity.
right.
Because that was kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Your sister walking in and you ain't got no shirt.
Yeah, it was almost pointless to do that.
Yeah, that was stupid. But I mean, his biggest concern was about whether or not his mom is happy with this friendship with Taylor.
As many times as he said, "I want to stay out of the drama," he consistently brings up, "Are you happy, Mom? Do you want to get back with Dad? Do you think Mom and Dad are happy?" Like that's all RJ talks about.
That's
But
all he
says
talks
he wants
about.
to stay out of the but then says he wants to stay out of the drama. You
Yeah,
obviously don't because you have nothing else to talk about but your parents' love life.
he's stirring the pot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
really
crazy to
happy?
me.
Like, what do you want her to say?
Yeah, that don't even make no. Yeah, he keep like you say. He said, "I don't want to be part of family drama," but then he's part of family drama.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, come on, dude. You know, my thing is, why is he back?
To get
Right.
them together.
Say it again.
To get them back together.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Got to prop it up somehow.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Doesn't
know.
have a stable foundation, so let's put something up against it to hold it up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to what you was, who was that? Trish said that she is obviously struggling. Why are you gonna have to put this girl through all this torture? She's trying to prove that she's what? She's trying to stay faithful. What are they trying to do with this character? I'm not saying that she need to go and cheat on Liam, but I'm just wondering why the struggle when this is a soap opera. Trying
I
not
guess
to prove that she's like Brooke.
That's, I think, what it boils down to is she just doesn't want to be like her mother, but yet she's discovering that she has humans and she has a libido, and for some reason that libido libides when it's around.
Listen, and I mean, if they could actually play the thoughts that's going through her mind, yeah, she's getting her back blown out by Thomas, and she knows it. She,
Yeah.
yeah.
you know, and when she's sleeping with her husband, you thinking about another man
She, yeah, yep. Multiple times.
multiple times, you know, and I mean, she's in denial. She keep telling, "I love my husband. I just want to let you know I love him," and it's
Who are
like,
you trying to convince?
exactly.
Herself.
Yep. Yep. So, I don't know what they're gonna do with this storyline. I don't see anything in the upcoming week. I just see this big old contention between Brooke and Taylor now. It's like, okay, so what's happening with Hope and Thomas? Y'all gonna just shelf that for right now? What?
Y'all, can I just say, the way that Ridge and Brooke are when they're together in the office and the way they look at each other is is LUST. I don't know if you can say that or not. So I said
I know what you mean, though.
the way the way that Taylor and Ridge look at each other is a longing relationship. And I don't know if that is executed or not.
Mm-hmm.
But there is definitely something there too. But what I don't understand is Taylor sort of puts herself in this position of begging.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that.
I don't even.
Nope.
I don't like
so pathetic.
It looks
It's
pathetic.
pathetic.
Especially after you just got left at the altar about 7 months
Just,
ago.
I mean, I, like there are yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like how they're writing the Taylor character. After actually seeing her with Deacon, I kind of want her with Deacon.
You know what? I would actually really like to see that come to fruition because then it would always be under Brooke and Ridge's skin because, well, they didn't want him, but oh my God, they're together kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the only option because Bill is, trying to come after Katie still.
Right.
And I mean, if they're definitely going to put Ridge and Brooke back together in Rome, which is that's what it's looking like.
Looks like it.
Give Krista Allen, aka Taylor, a dude, and honestly, Deacon would be good. Even though I don't know if he's still thinking about Sheila.
Well, go to the doctor first, and then it's okay.
I thought a little bit differently than Trish when it came to the because in the scene with Ridge and Brooke, Ridge was basically feeding all these compliments to Brooke, talking about how beautiful she is, how great she is, how wonderful she is. She's a great mother, blah blah blah. He misses her, and all this stuff. And then when he is in the scene with Taylor, to me it came off more of like a loving friendship. Like he loves Taylor, but he's not in love with Taylor the way he's in love with Brooke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I do. That's what I thought too. I guess I maybe didn't express it properly because I think I said I didn't know if it was sexual, but there was a longing relationship there, and what I meant, I guess I meant that deep-seated friendship of care. It's very different than the looks that he gives Brooke.
Yeah, and it just I'm almost in like it's secondhand embarrassment for the character because it's like he was just basically gushing over Brooke, and in the scene with the two of them, she's gushing over Ridge, and Ridge is just kind of looking at her like, "Oh, okay, right, oh, so sweet.
Thank you for pumping me up again."
Yeah.
But the thing is, he playing two in the middle, or shall I say, they both keep snipping around him because he almost kissed Taylor this week.
He did.
And then you're talking about how much you miss Brooke. And it's like, why y'all keep doing this? I mean, it's one thing if you don't want to stay friends, but I guess because there's a shortage of men on this show besides Deacon and Bill. I mean, y'all keep going back to the dude that you complaining about.
Yep. And he's never really made you fully happy.
He got kids by both of them. I mean, that whole little sister wives little village that they got going on. I mean, both Steffi and Hope share a brother in RJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're all interested, and Ridge is enjoying all of it. And then you got Eric in the background being a cheerleader for Brooke. And it's like, dude, you got 2 kids by 2.
Yeah. Right. Man. And that's why it drives me nuts because it's like, when they were, who was it that was talking? It was when, I can't remember if it was when Ridge and Eric were talking or Katie and Carter. It was Katie and Carter. Carter said something like, well, do you think Ridge is ready to make a commitment to Brooke? Like, do you think he's ready for this relationship? And it's like, if he's not ready after 40 years of them being together on and off, like at what point do you guys say, okay, maybe this isn't meant to be? Because if it was, then you guys wouldn't have broken up as many times as you had.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like, how ridiculous does it sound that you guys are talking about I think they're damn near 60.
Yep.
Talking about, are they ready? Are they ready this time? Is this a time where they're going to stay together?
Man, I think they say Brooke and Ridge been married, what, 18 times or something like that?
It's crazy.
Something ridiculous.
I mean, how many you gonna break up and get back together? Y'all done cheated on each other 3,000 times. Taylor keep popping in and out of town.
Yeah.
Of course, Hunter Tylo left, and then they brought Krista Allen back, and then, you know, she gets with Ridge last year over a pine cone, and all this kind of stuff. Then the CPS call, and now we're back. They took a hiatus. They've been doing sneaky stuff behind each other's back. And then now we're back to square one after 7 months.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but what did you think about when she asked Ridge, meaning Taylor, has something happened between the two of you? And Ridge like, I'm sitting up there looking like, what you gonna say, dude? And then this is what I wanted. Because remember, we were trying to figure out, we had this conversation probably about a month or two ago, Keish. When we were trying to figure out that kiss under the mistletoe, was that after their pact? Well, they showed it this week when Taylor asked Ridge, has anything happened since the pact began? And then they showed the mistletoe kiss, and then they showed at the house in that blue nightie.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that was both after the pact, right?
Say it again.
That was both after the pact, right?
Right, because originally we was trying to figure out whether that kiss under the mistletoe was before or after. Remember, I think we was talking about that in like maybe March or April.
Oh.
I know you probably don't remember, girl.
I don't. Horrible.
What'd you say, Trish?
I don't remember either. It doesn't work as well as it used to.
Yeah. So so that pack that pack goes all the way back then, and then he was thinking about it like, yeah, I did kiss her on under the mistletoe, and then I did have dinner at her house and almost kissed her in the blue nightgown. And she was like, you know what? Don't tell me anything. I got my answer.
Yeah, he always looks guilty.
But I mean, they both been. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I was just gonna say, they have Taylor just coming off as so desperate right now.
I know.
She was basically begging Deacon to, I guess, take a stab at getting back with Brooke, and then just her and Ridge and her basically gushing all over him about how wonderful he is and how much she misses him and whatever else saying to him. She just looks really desperate right now.
Yeah.
And all Brooke has to do is walk in a room and Ridge is basically melting all over her.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You can tell that they're building up the chemistry between Brooke and Ridge over Brooke and Taylor.
Yeah.
Who said that? Was that it was either you or either you Keish or you Trish, that there's like this friendship. Who said that? Like a romantic, some type of friendship between the two of them versus some type of connection.
Well, my words were kind of screwy, but Keisha nailed it.
Yep. Yeah, but they making, like you said, they making Taylor look pathetic. I was just like, girl, let it go.
Right.
Why would you want to be with this man talking about, oh, it feels so good to be in your arms? And I remember when we were together, I'm like, are you serious right now? He left you at the altar.
Yep.
And went straight to Brooke's house before he left off into his 3-month hiatus. Man, please. Yeah, but then now these two talking about their pact is off. They throwing darts at each other. It's like it was only a matter of time anyway.
Yeah. I just feel like right now there's just no self-respect.
Yeah.
Nope. Both of them. It's like, why y'all keep going after this dude? Because here's the other thing. Besides the Taylor getting left at the altar, he left not hearing it from you that you were the one that was the CPS caller or not. Flies out to Aspen and then get engaged and sleep with Taylor. And you want to go back to that, Brooke.
Right.
That's why y'all swore the guy off in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
so.
made her look pathetic when she started talking about Rome and how she wanted to be there to support Thomas.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that was, I mean, talk about parched.
Wait a
Oh,
minute, say that again, Keish.
when she was talking to Ridge about Rome and how, this was
Oh,
gratitude to
yeah.
Thomas, and it would be nice if I could be there to support him. And I'm like, girl, just go to Rome on a commercial flight, or I'm sure you probably have enough money to charter a private jet instead of standing there dropping hints like a child that you want something.
Man, who was worse, her or Charlie? Because Charlie wanted to go too.
Right. Girl, those hints were like lead balloons. They thudded when they hit the ground.
Yeah, it was so embarrassing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead, what you saying?
Why do they hate her? Like, why do the writers hate her? I don't understand it.
they hate that whole side of the family. They hate
Exactly. It's
because
great.
that's how Steffi used to look with Liam.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That is so crazy to me. I mean, honestly, just, you can clean Deacon up. He's got a business. He's making money. He's not this guy that's living in the closet with the mops anymore. You
He's
know,
hot.
yeah, why don't you explore that? She lives in prison right now. So, unless she breaks out or something else happens, she's going to be there for a little while. Why don't you try this whole thing with Deacon and Taylor?
Yeah.
10 Toes Taylor.
Yeah, at least she got 10 toes instead of 9 like Sheila. I mean, seriously. But other than that, cause see, okay,
Keep 10 toes.
so here's the crazy thing. They go to Rome. Taylor and Brooke get back together. She's gonna be down there in Rome too. You gonna get your feelings hurt.
Right, because she gonna try to pull Ridge off to the side and get some alone time with him. Basically, beg him to spend some time with her, and he's probably gonna be thinking about Brooke the whole time.
Yeah, cause you see they gave us that whole kissing scene on the terrace
Yeah.
again. I'm like, here we go again. We used to see that like 3 times an episode last year.
I do think when he's with Taylor, but I think he's with Taylor because Taylor will let him be and not because that's where he wants to be.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because he's a dog. DAWG dog.
Well, somebody else said it in the comment section that Taylor's always second choice.
Not at first.
Yeah, she wasn't at first. She wasn't always second choice.
I think that's what she. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that didn't start until Taylor became a recurring cast member, where she only showed up like maybe a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just suck. And I mean, Krista Allen is I like the way she dressed sometimes. She's a pretty lady, and she got this bubbly, quirky personality.
I like her.
Yeah, I like her too. And it's just that how many times we gotta say, bring in some more cast members?
I mean, how can you be the #1 daytime show in the world and not have enough budget to have some more cast members?
I don't know, girl. I don't know. It just a guy here. We don't need any more ladies, right?
Yeah, I mean, just one.
Just one guy, for Taylor. I mean, just like they brought in Fan for Steffi.
Right.
I mean, she got a whole doctor. They always getting their freak on, and
yeah, it wasn't like leftovers on the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, this is what I want to ask you. Do you think that Hope is deflecting because she was throwing out that stuff? You trying to undermine my marriage. You always try to do this. And I'm like, yeah, but there's no dude in the middle of this. I mean, her brother is in the middle of this, but it's not like they're fighting over Liam.
Right.
Yeah, I think she has. I think the argument, the stance that she took didn't make sense. However, I get her being pissed off at Steffi about what she did, because you basically went to my husband and told him something that you really don't have any solid proof of. You told him that I had feelings for your brother based off of you seeing him and I holding each other's hand.
I just think that girl need to be honest. Especially, I mean, what is Liam gonna say? All the stuff that he was doing for the last since 2012. Be like, look, dude, you should know where I'm coming from.
Yep.
I've been here. You've been here. My mom has been here. Ridge has been here. Everybody on this show has been here. Guess what? It's my turn. I got feelings for Thomas. Now what?
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
Ah!
Didn't he say in a past episode several months ago? Didn't he say something like, if anything ever happened with Thomas, it would their marriage would be over or something like that? Or am I
Yeah, and she let him have it for that too, I thought. Didn't Hope didn't she say something like, "Are you serious?" after wait?
Right after your history. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how that went. I just remember him saying something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, just because, I mean, you only lying to yourself. You know you got feelings for Thomas. Come on, girl. So, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I actually thought that Hope was gonna tell Deacon what was on her mind because she was tempted. You know, when he was talking to her, I think that Wednesday or Thursday when she was over at the restaurant, and he was like, "What's going on? What's wrong? And I'm like, "Okay, I mean, I don't think he would judge you. Go ahead and tell your pops." But missed opportunity.
Yeah,
What's
I
Keish?
don't think he, I don't think I don't think she will ever admit it to anybody else again.
Okay.
Because I think I don't know. I'm guessing like if she says it out loud to other people,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna have to actually like come to terms with those feelings.
Mm-hmm. I Yeah, and I mean, who would she tell? Paris? Like, who would she tell?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Well, she's already told her mom once,
Right.
Yeah,
And
but I mean, like,
different.
I can't imagine telling anyone else.
And I will say, so when Brooke found out that Steffi confronted her about, or that she confronted Steffi about what she said to Liam,
mm-hmm.
like I thought Brooke was gonna fly off the handle and go charging after Steffi or Taylor, which she did go to Taylor, that you need to check your daughter. But I did not expect her to go the path of, well, is there any truth to that? Like she tried to call Hope out, not call her out, but
Yeah, kind of question her,
instead of
like,
her
look,
just
right.
instead of her just blindly saying, "Oh, I believe you. I don't think you have any feelings for him. Steffi was wrong." Blah blah blah. She's like, "Well, is there truth to that? Because I don't know. It's been a little weird lately."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They dragging that whole thing out. I think that maybe they tried to test it because, like I said, when they ran a poll, even though I know maybe a few of us over here would like to see maybe how that would go with Thomas and Hope, there's some polls out there that is like no go. So I don't know if they're like, yeah, maybe we should back off of this, and then now they're focusing on the breakup of this friendship now.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I honestly think that Thomas and Liam, Lord, Thomas and Hope would be hot together because they've
Yeah.
never dated.
Explosive.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Trish?
Oh, I think it'd be explosive.
It would be. I agree. What about you, Keish?
I agree. I mean, we've come this far with it. They may as well just let it play out at this point.
Well, maybe who knows? Maybe they'll shock us and it'll play out in Rome somewhere over a beautiful hotel room at night or something. I don't know.
And you know what? Honestly, when it plays out, I want it all to be her and her pushing it and pushing it. And quite frankly, if there's an actual scene, I want her to be, what's the word I would use? I want her to be in charge.
Be the initiator.
No denying any of it to anyone. And he can be like, hey, man, she.
Yeah, because from what I understand, I don't think Liam is going to be able to go to Rome. So that means that the two of them will be up there by themselves. Well, I mean, outside of the rest of the crew, because I think it has something to do with their fashion line or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, it's Thomas, and that's going to, I mean, man, Liam is going to blow his top when he finds out that they headed off to Rome without him.
What's surprising me that Liam just like I wonder what reason they're gonna come up with as to why Liam doesn't go.
I mean,
because why wouldn't you go to Rome with your spouse?
Well, I mean, he got Spencer, but I guess he could work Spencer stuff remote.
Yeah, he's an executive. I can't imagine it unless there's got to be like there's a huge business deal or meeting or something that he can't miss or something like that.
Yeah.
Trish.
Yes.
J Money says it sounds like you want Hope to kiss Thomas like the green dress kiss.
Oh, that would be so hot. Yeah.
Oh man, you talking about that fantasy? That was somebody's fantasy. I think it was Thomas's fantasy back in November.
Yeah, I think it was.
That was hot. I was like,
the green dress kiss.
Yes, the green dress kiss. Yep.
All right. GDK. All right.
What you say?
GDK. Green
Oh my God, you so silly. Oh, wait a minute. Bree says no, Liam is in Rome. There's video footage of the B&B filming, so I guess he's there.
Now that you mentioned it, I remember seeing that.
Okay, so he is in Rome.
Yep.
Well, what that tell? Unless maybe he catches them. Maybe they'll do something where he catches Hope or something.
Like Steffi had to catch him and Hope. Maybe he'll catch Hope and Thomas.
I don't know. I'm disappointed because I think they could have really just go ahead and just nail into that. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but you know.
Well, it was.
This makes me think that it is going to be all about just
Brooke and Ridge. Yeah. They're gonna make this whole spectacular reunion. And then give it to the end of the year. In about 6 months, they'll be breaking up again over something stupid.
And hopefully Taylor has moved on with somebody else.
Yeah, like Deacon. I mean, he's the only other available guy.
He's fun.
He is fun. He's funny too. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's not a bad looking dude. I mean, he got a nice body. Him and Taylor, you know, they already can talk to each other. They're pretty friendly with each other and stuff, you know. Yeah. So
why they know each other's downsides.
Yeah. They tried. Okay, so didn't they try to chem test him a while back when he came to her office for counseling?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They did.
They did, and then they walked away. It's like, what are y'all doing? This is a soap. Come on. If y'all can throw Donna and Eric together, you can throw Hope and Thomas and yeah, I mean, and look how that whole Hope and Brooke, that whole Donna and Eric thing came and went. We ain't seen no more of Donna.
Quinn, please come back.
Oh man, that would be great. Why not? You know, we hardly ever get to see Carter and Katie. They were kissing in the office, and I'm like.
Right? Oh my God, I know. I know, and he's so beautiful, but I'm like, oh my God.
There's no chemistry there.
I'm telling you, I've said that from the first day.
Girl, I'm like, what the? I don't know. They got to do something over there. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you bring up the spice and, you know, all this trying to play around with different things to see what's happening. All you're doing is teasing everybody, and then you going back to Brooke and Ridge. That's so old and tired. It's been 36 years already. So let's go.
Oh, they keep leaving the mayonnaise on the counter.
Huh?
I said they keep leaving the mayonnaise on the counter.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
just not
keep going
fair.
back to that. Do something else. Jeez. You know, bring in a okay. If you want to really shake it up for Brooke and Taylor, bring a whole nother woman in there. What they should have did, which remember they were talking about this earlier this year that Ridge was going to come back with a woman or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what they should have did instead of that whole FBI. Let's get Sheila and Bill was faking and oh whatever.
We haven't seen Bill since.
No, nope.
Yeah. You go for a minute.
Yep, it's been a while, you know. I mean, we saw him talk to Liam last week about, keeping an eye on Thomas, but that was about it.
Yeah.
I don't even think that was 2 minutes.
No. not at all. 2 minutes. That was about it.
Yeah.
And they probably paid him $1,000 for those 2 minutes.
Maybe
Man,
more.
that's a good payday, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did we cover everything with Bo? Because, like I said, it was only two
Yeah. Two.
storylines.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, well, we might as well move to our last two segments, which is our flip the script and who's taking seats. So, for our flip the script, again, for those that are new here, if there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish you could change, this is where we flip the script. So, what you guys got for the Young and the Restless?
My Y&R flip is a simple one.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, after listening to Phyllis and Summer ramble on about family sticking together, protecting each other at all costs, and all that other nonsense, that he just would have looked at them both and said, I'm leaving. I don't want anything to do with this. Leave me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Walks out of the hotel room.
Okay. Cool. What you got, Trish?
I mean, I'm just gonna say, just the storyline, just the whole Phyllis storyline. Y'all know I've said it before. I'm just beyond annoyed by the whole situation. It's ludicrous. I would have had Phyllis let Diane take her own self down and tell Jack if that's who he wants, he can have her and go on. I would not have sold the Grand. Got to go all the way back to her selling the Grand Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And I would change that whole storyline because it has done nothing but exhaust the situation, and I'm just over it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
What about you?
My Young and the Restless flip is that whole thing with Sharon in that foyer over at Crimson Lights. You better do something. Scream, push, kick, knees, something. I mean, there's no way you should let that dude touch your face, say all those things that he was saying. Yeah, I would have changed that whole script and not sit around and let all that happen before Nicholas come charging up in there. So I would have changed that. That would have been my flip. Okay, what y'all got for bold?
My bold flip would have been Brooke and Taylor just agreeing to stay out of the middle of their kids' mess. So when Hope told Taylor about what Steffi did, like, of course, listen to your daughter. Just sit there and listen. But then after that, tell her, I'm going to let you handle this the way you want to handle it, and not have her go running off to Taylor, basically telling Taylor she needs to check her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I just want them to stay out of their kids' mess. And also on the flip side of that, when RJ and Hope were talking about Brooke and Ridge, it would have. I wish Hope would have said to RJ, "You know what? I want Mom to be happy too. However, we can't keep inserting ourselves in her love life, poking around, seeing what's going on. Constantly asking her if she's happy. She's a grown woman. She can figure it out. Let's just stay out of it.
Yep.
Everybody build your own drama."
Yep. Exactly. All right, what you got, Trish?
For bold, I think I would have changed the storyline of Hope lying to Liam and saying she didn't have feelings for Thomas.
Okay.
I think I want Hope to admit it, and I want her to not be sorry for it, because, I mean, your emotions are not really something you can control. She hasn't acted on it. She's having feelings that she's trying to work through. She hasn't done anything wrong, and she's not going to do anything wrong. Well, I mean, at this point, she's not thinking she's going to do anything wrong. But I wish she would have just said, "Yeah, there's something going on. This is a person that's changed himself, and I appreciate what he's done. And there was a little feeling there, and I'm trying to figure out what it was, and I'm being honest with you." And if he's a real husband, if he's a real partner, if he's a real man, he can handle the conversation, and they'll get through it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that something similar. Just be honest with him. I mean, especially knowing his history, he's not squeaky clean.
Bingo.
I mean, he got a whole list. You got to include Ivy and some of the other folks, Sally Spectra and everybody else that you would feeling and running behind. So you should understand. I would think. And listen, this I'm not promoting cheating or anything. We're just talking about in the whole confounds of the whole soap opera. So I just want to put that out there. But I mean, Liam is the last person to throw some judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So, my bold flip. Honestly, I kind of would have went a little bit different with Ridge. I would have had Ridge pull both of those ladies in here and say, "Look, y'all got this pack going, but both of y'all keep coming up around me. Y'all need to figure this out. I'm gonna take a step back now this time, and because I don't need to be in the middle of this, but of course he's enjoying the attention. So you know what I'm saying. But with Taylor sniffing around and being pathetic, and Brooke is doing what she's doing, it's just like both of them. I might as well throw both of them as being pathetic because he ran off on both of y'all at one time or the other last year. So and y'all want to come crawling back to this dude. It's ridiculous. All right, there's some in the chat. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. There's a bunch of them in the chat. It starts out with Bree. Bree said instead of Kyle coming to Phyllis's door, what if it was Victor? He makes a deal with Phyllis after Summer pleads to him, and then Phyllis will put herself in the worst heck of Victor's debt. Yeah, because he like to use that as an opportunity. Um, Delmonica said flip where Sharon should have knocked the mess out of Cameron for approaching her. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep, preach.
TA says send Cameron back to the Tales from the Crypt. Bree says Nate goes behind Audra back and tell Victoria to plan to oust Nikki and Nick. And Nate gets in, huh?
I said that's what I'm waiting for to happen.
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be interesting. Um, yeah, Jay Money said I can't still get over how Cameron talking about missing the things Sharon used to do with her mouth. He did say that.
That was not. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
This is creeping me out so bad.
I can't believe they actually did that one.
Yeah.
I was shocked by that. Man, oof, okay. Um, Bold flip from TA. Taylor and Brooke never making the pact in the first place. Delmonica said Brooke and Taylor stick to their pack and stay out of the grown kids' business. Somebody said that. That was Keisha or Trish?
I said that.
That was you. Okay. Bree also said instead of going to Brooke, I mean, instead of Brooke going to Taylor when Hope told her about her feelings with Thomas, Brooke goes to Finn and about Steffi always interfering and planting seeds of doubt about his wife. Boy, that would have been a twist. But I don't think Finn would have did anything because he's, yeah.
I think didn't know that she did it. Didn't she
I
tell
think
him
I
she did
think
that?
she did tell Finn.
Yeah.
Jay Money said his bold flip is script would have been when Taylor was trying to get Deacon to go after Brooke. He replies, "Now why would I want to do that when it's your back I want to blow out? Let's go to my apartment."
Ooh, yeah.
Jay Money, you are a nut. You are so funny. But I mean, seriously, why not? I mean, his apartment is what, downstairs somewhere?
Honestly, I thought he was just going to flat out tell Brooke what Taylor was trying to do. I didn't think that he was going to actually try to,
Cover.
yeah. Or even, I didn't think that he was even going to attempt to see if Brooke wanted to rekindle their relationship.
Right.
I thought he was just going to straight up say, just so you know, your girl is trying to get us together.
Right.
Yeah, but was he truly interested though? Because it seemed like he put it on thick, and then when she was like, "Well, what? Who put you up to this?" Then he just said, "Forget about it," and walked away, and then just told on Taylor. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know either because he seemed so into Sheila for
Right.
so long and was not interested in Brooke.
Right.
Right.
So it was kind of like this it just didn't feel, I'm not saying that he wasn't like genuine with her. Like, of course, obviously Deacon cares about Brooke,
Mm-hmm.
but almost like, well, let me just try to see what happens. It didn't really feel like he really wanted to.
Right.
Because Deacon would have taken his chance if he really wanted to take his chance as soon as he heard that Brooke and Bridge weren't together anymore. Like up till now, he hadn't even attempted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like Jay Money said, they had a whole thing, a spoiler come out this week saying that Deacon was going to test a theory. It's like, what, the theory to see if that Brooke was going to actually bite? I don't know. That was, yeah, it just didn't, it was kind of off to me. Because like you just said, he was really into Sheila. So much so that Sheila made a collect call from prison, what, last week?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, she made a collect call from prison last week, and it's like, obviously there's something still there.
Yeah.
So, all right, so who's taking some seats this week? Who y'all got for Young and the Restless?
Mine are obviously Phyllis and Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Phyllis, Ashley. Yeah, I didn't really have anything for anybody else.
Okay, what you got, Trish?
For YNR, the usuals, and then you can add Cameron, but his seat needs to be an electric chair.
Dang.
That's a good one.
Boom.
Oh
I didn't say turn it on.
my God, you so funny. I gotta put Nate and Audra in the seat because I just don't. For right now, I'm gonna just put them on ice to figure that whole thing out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, you just had a conversation with Victor. He gave the seal of approval. Victoria's smiling, and then you go and right from over there to talk to Audra about plotting.
Crazy.
So I'm gonna put them two in the corner on ice to see who gonna rat on each other first. And then what you got for bold?
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Being thirsty and desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke can take a seat for telling Taylor that she needs to basically check her daughter, like as if her daughter isn't a 30-something-year-old woman.
Right.
And RJ can take a seat because I'm tired of hearing him ask about his mother's love life.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He talks about his mother's love life.
Yep. Okay, what you got, Trish?
Every single cast member on set this week.
Oh dang, you just can't stand everybody.
It was like, well, I mean, really?
Yeah.
There was a lot of annoyances this week.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just me.
What'd you say? Oh, she's
She,
sneezing. Oh, okay.
sorry, I couldn't answer your question because the sneeze was right there. You know how that goes. Was it just me, or was there really, really annoyances this week? Because I just felt like there were annoyances this
I was just sick of them dragging out this hope thing. And then the fact that we see these two women, y'all had this whole kumbaya moment and saying we choose ourselves, and then y'all right back at it, sniffing around, begging Ridge to be in his arms, and it's like,
so
okay,
not
whatever.
worthy.
No,
Right.
it's whatever.
Right.
Okay, so then for me, for bold, I'm going to put Charlie in the seat,
Yes.
him trying to get a free trip to Rome. I know, poor thing. He wants to go. I do want to also put Hope in the seat because you creating chaos because you want being honest about your feelings.
Yep.
And then I gotta get Eric a seat. I mean, seriously,
Oh.
you trying to push your son to be with the woman that you got two kids by? Come on, man. It's just,
Eric drives me nuts.
it's just
Eric probably, as you would say,
trying to,
about being a simp.
yeah.
Eric is probably the biggest of them all on both shows.
Man, well, I got Nick as a simp. I'm sorry. He got to take it for the young and the rest. That dude is always running up into stuff over stupid things. Now, granted, he's protecting Sharon right now, but it's like you always inserting yourself in stuff. Being Captain Save him.
He is, but Eric is the biggest one.
You
I'm
think
sorry.
so?
Oh, absolutely. Because Brooke can literally do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's mad at her for 2 seconds, and then it literally 2 seconds, and then it's like, but I know you're passionate, or whatever other. You have so much passion, you couldn't help yourself. Whatever other excuse that he can think of, and he forgives her. Doesn't matter how many times that she betrays his own son, or anything else that she's done when she's slept with Deacon. I think he was mad at her for maybe a week,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody was fine with it. Like literally anything, and he just waves it off. Oh, it's Brooke. Brooke can do no wrong. I can't be mad at you for too long. It's frustrating. It drives me nuts.
So, do you think Jack is a simp?
Jack,
Mm-hmm.
I, he hasn't been on screen long enough for me to really.
No, no, I'm talking about Jack Abbott.
Oh, yeah, I think you could probably put Jack in that category when it comes to Diane right now.
Okay. Would you call Taylor a pick Misha?
Yes. 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 That woman she's ridiculous.
I mean, sometimes that whole simp and pick me term, because a lot of times people just use it when you tend to want to give attention to the opposite sex or whatever. But what it actually means is that when you do it to the point of no standards and no self respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what those terms actually refer, because you see people calling people names just because they happen to like hanging around or doing things for somebody, but it's usually when you have no boundaries and no self-respect and no standards, and Taylor is the epitome of that right
She's right
now.
there, man. She's living in it right now, thick.
I mean, she's begging Ridge to pick her after everything that's happened.
Yeah. That is the perfect way to describe her.
Yep.
Yep.
She is absolutely a pick me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because, I mean, at what point do you say, I'm not finna fool with you? You left me at the altar with looking crazy, bought a dress and everything.
Yeah.
And that's not the only thing you've done wrong to me.
Yep.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, we can kind of say the same thing about Brooke. The only difference with her is I don't feel like she comes off as desperate as Taylor does when
mm-hmm.
she's Ridge. Like, she's not the one throwing all these compliments at Ridge like Taylor does. It's the opposite, where she's getting the compliments. But
Mm-hmm.
she's still to it, she still begs for Rich to be with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
So.
has a better shot.
What'd you say?
I said she just has a better shot.
Wait a minute. J Money says Zende is in that top 10 simps list for sure. Zende. How did you arrive at that? What'd you say?
Carter would be in there over Zende.
Yeah, Carter is just, oh my God.
Carter's like somebody.
I mean, that dude, they keep loving this man and dumping him. And it's like, yeah, dog. I mean, he can't catch a break. I don't think. Would you say there's any people under that, any women on the Young and the Restless side that would fall under that whole term of the pick me?
Let's see here.
I don't think so. It ain't Ashley, Sharon. Sally is she in the catbird seat right now.
Lily.
Nope.
Mariah's married.
I don't think so. I can't think of anybody that's doing what Taylor's doing.
No.
I mean, Diane is just being wiped up because Jack really wants her.
I would say before she, finally broke Jack in, she was a pick me for sure.
You think so?
She's Diane. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure, when it came to Jack.
That's funny. I didn't see her as a pick me. I saw her as a I'll make you pick me.
Oh my God. I've never heard that. Wait a minute. Do we got some seats in here? Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. Scroll. Ooh, lots of them. Okay, so Bree says Victoria and Phyllis. Sally Lewis says Diane. Dewan said Phyllis and Summer. J Money said Taylor. Sally Lewis said B&B Eric. TA say Phyllis and Summer. J Money says, what man in his early to mid 20s talk about his mama love life as much as RJ?
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Bree says on Bowl, Brooke and Taylor, give them both separate plane tickets to find men on the opposite side of the hemisphere for once. TA says Bold, Brooke, Taylor, and Ridge. The way they dragging this out, Delmonica was like the whole drag need to take a seat, cause they are dragging this out. Helena says both take a seat and Ridge take a time out. Julian says Brooke and Hope need to take a seat on the couch. Taylor take a seat. Also, you're lucky that you're not in prison for shooting Bill. Let's see. Brad Bell. Ron Julian said Brad Bell need to take a seat. Oh, Bree said we should rank the top 10 simps of all time on daytime television. It's so many honorable mentions.
Ooh, I'd have to sit down.
Yeah, I gotta think about that one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta think about that. I would say Patty Cakes is a pick me.
Pat.
Yes. That girl was drooling over Jack.
Crazy.
Let's see. Zende. Oh, Steffi need to take a seat, Ron Julian says, because Sheila should have pressed charges against you for shooting her. He going back to 2017. J Money says, no, I got Zende in there because he was still going after Paris after how she treated him and chose Carter over him. Taylor's a pick me. I would say Eric is on the simp list before Carter because he actually asked that man to make love to his wife when he couldn't perform. Ooh-wee. And forgave him when they continued the affair. What do you think?
It comes and goes, I think, with her.
You think so?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now Steffi definitely is. Well, she was.
Who, Steffi?
She was before Finn.
Before Finn, yeah.
I think Finn is low key a simp.
Oh yeah.
What?
I said you gonna leave my Finn alone.
He's a good looking one, but
He just, I mean, I don't know. He just do everything that Steffi tell him to do, like, cause he'll try to tell her maybe we shouldn't do that. She be like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Now what?
They have patience to worry about. He don't care about the drama. He just like whatever, Steffi.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that would be interesting. I can't think of anybody. Like I said, I do think Liam is a simp, and so is to me. And I'm sorry, Keisha, but so is Finn and Eric.
I agree on Eric
and Carter. Now on Bo on Young and the Restless, I think it's just you got Nicholas over there, and I mean honestly, Adam has been kind of simping over Sally, and it's like, oh jeez.
Yep. I was gonna say that.
Like Adam, I mean, that girl is just giving you, just spinning you around, and you keep coming over there.
Yeah.
Jack is a simp, most definitely. I can't think of anything else. And then, yeah, so. Anywho, that's all we got. Y'all got anything else?
Nothing that I can think of.
No, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. Jay Money says if Finn wasn't such a simp, he and Freddie would have never got shot. Who is Freddie? Freddie? Maybe it was a typo. Oh, Steffi. It was a typo. Yeah, he come running up in there. Well, we ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole. I know me and Keisha was discussing that over a year ago.
Oh, that's not him being a simp though. That was him protecting his wife. That's totally different from being a simp.
Oh my god. My thing is, he should have tracked her GPS. I guess he did. That's just why he ended up over there. He ran right smack dab into a bullet. And it's like,
I don't call that being a simp.
I,
you think someone protecting somebody they love that's simping?
no, I'm not saying that. Not that part. I'm talking about the fact that she shouldn't have been there in the first place. You know where I stand with that.
Yeah, that's a different story.
I know.
That has anything to do with him being a simp though. That's just him being protective.
Ron Julian said if Finn is boring to watch. Good night, Bree. And everybody said it's been fun. Okay, everybody checking out. All right, you guys, stay tuned for the spoilers for the week of June 4th through June 9th, I think. Yeah, because today is the 2nd. Okay, so yeah, June 9th. And other than that, what you guys got going on next week? I know it's summertime. People got stuff going on. So y'all in next week?
I'm actually going to be in Savannah next week.
Okay, so you're not going to be on?
Right.
Okay, and what about you, Trish?
And next week, I'm actually going to a quinceañera.
Ooh, okay.
It's my first one. I'm super excited.
Okay, so I don't know. I might have to get J Money back up here. I don't know if you're still in the chat. Let me know. I'll message you, J Money, on Instagram to see if you are available for next week, since my two co-hosts will be doing some fun stuff next week. So, all right, you guys, we're going to end it right here. And until the next one, we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.